Environmental assessment. What is it, and why is it important for us to understand it and participate in it? At the core, it's the most important tool communities have to protect our land. Simply, environmental assessment, also known as EA, is a process of predicting likely impacts of a project, like a mine or road, and considering possible alternatives to the project before a decision is made to approve anything. If a mine were to be constructed in our territory, it would be important to know, for example, how it would impact our waterways through any discharges, or how much groundwater the mining operation is using. EA studies are used to answer important questions about the expected impacts of a project once it is proposed. These questions are typically grouped into the following areas: project description and site details, biophysical environment, socio-economic and cultural conditions, local and regional effects of the project. It is difficult to predict all potential impacts of major projects. That's why the EA process is used to measure the risk attached to those impacts. EA processes typically take 2 or more years, depending on the scale of the process chosen and how involved local communities are. Let's look at some of the problems with the current process and scope of EA. EA is a complex process, and we don't receive much funding to participate in, or ensure that all members understand how to participate. We have important concerns that the government or company haven't considered. We have to respond to massive EA written documents under restrictive timelines. Companies write the EA documents only focused on the reasons for their project, not the bigger picture. Any new project, especially using new roads, will affect the whole region for generations. We think and plan for the coming generations. The company and government are only thinking of the next 20+ years of the project. Rather than just accepting the process and scope of EA chosen by Ontario, our goal is to protect the land, our values and rights. Since all of the Matawa First Nations were able to get Ontario to commit to the Framework Agreement in March 2014, we are now entering into negotiations to improve the practice of EA in our territory. We are working toward creating a custom EA process that enables all members to provide their input into the process through our negotiations with Ontario. To do this, we need to hear from you. We need to discuss what is most important, to know what to protect, and how to make decisions about future use of our lands. The Chief and Council have fought to get this seat at the table with Ontario, and now we need you to help direct and guide where we go from here. Going forward, we will have community meetings, discussion groups, and surveys to educate our members on the issues and continue to gather your direction as the process continues. EA is the most important tool we have to protect our land, and we have the opportunity to strengthen this process with our collective values and concerns. Our community has a strong voice, and we need to use it to take hold of this critical time in our history. Everyone has a part to play in EA.